Well, well, well. Hasn't this caused a stir, viewers? I tweeted yesterday that it's the future. People aren't happy. Some people love it. 2,300 people liked it. So, you know, we're making waves, viewers. 387,000 people saw it. Blimey. If any brands are watching, that's reach. That's global reach. Someone, I'll whisper this. Someone called it Park the Bus. There's 7 players on attack duties. It's essentially 2 at the back. Right, run the intro. Let's see how it does. Today, the saga continues. Hello folks, welcome back to Saving Derby, thriving with Derby County more like. It's good to see you, I hope I find you very well. So look at us fly like Max Bird. We're second in the league, we're above the Seagulls and behind the Canaries. Oh, we're birds in the top 3. Well, we're technically not a bird, we're a ram. And we've rammed our way in there, viewers. With consent. Since we last met then, yes, let's talk about it. Games have been played. Following the 1-0 win over Stoke, you can see lots of matches, 3 defeats in there, no draws, worth noting. Lots of wins as well, though. Some really dominant wins as well. And some clean sheets, Bristol City, West Brom and Blackburn most recently. But Middlesbrough beat me just before the big World Cup break. Who won the World Cup, actually? Let's find out. We didn't have any players there, viewers. Italy won it. Well, I never beat Spain on penalties. Well done to them. But yeah, we've recently lost to Brighton, just to bring us back down to earth a little bit. They kind of ruined me. I played a rotated 11. You know it was rotated because Lee Buchanan was back in the side. We didn't play well. It was really bad. It was the worst performance of the season. Comfortably so. And for today's games then, we're going to play Sunderland and West Brom, 2 stalwarts of Premier League eras gone by. And in this league season, they are, let's say opposite ends. I mean, West Brom 10th. They're sort of in the middle. Sunderland, though, bottom of the league, and we're about to deal with them. I can't not move on when on this screen without talking about Nathan Byrne and excellent Marvin, who, it will surprise you to hear, viewers, has been excellent. And if you look at the top 8 players in the league so far, we have 4 in there. Jake Clark-Salter, Elias Chair, excellent Marvin, and Nathan Byrne. Now, Nathan Byrne, as an inverted wing back, is having the season of his life. And let me tell you why I think he has been so important. Because, of course, when we're with the ball, when we're attacking, these players, Nathan Byrne on one side, Lukaku on the other side, they are driving forward, right? They're trying to make as much nuisance as possible, and boy, do they. What we've done with the wide players, the inverted forwards, or the inside forwards, sorry, learn your terminology of Football Manager, and come on, makes your job. We've changed it for the last, 10 games now. I probably had it applied last time, I didn't mention it. But what they do is hold up the ball, which of course allows these 3 runners centrally and the 2 wing backs to drive forward as well. So if you're trying this tactic at home and you're trying to deploy it in your own safe, just note that they're sitting narrower and they're holding up the ball. So we're trying to create that space. There's this idea with this tactic, and it came up quite a lot yesterday in the comment section and definitely loads on Twitter, so I wanted to talk about it, that it's too narrow. It's all too narrow, right? We play fairly narrow to begin with. Just because we're playing fairly narrow and just because they are inverted wing backs and inside forwards doesn't mean everyone ends up in this space here. It doesn't mean everyone ends up there. They basically are occupying space in different ways. So if players are driving into the central area, these 2 don't go, well, we're going to go with them. They'll stay slightly wider. If the inside forwards drive inside, guess what? The inverted wing backs will still go wide. It's not a system without width. It's just a system that focuses on dominating the middle and isolating mainly centre backs, so they have no idea what's going on. It's great, and I definitely recommend you use it. It's definitely not Park the Bus, viewers, I'll say that. Now today we have a few fitness concerns in that Danny Welbeck recently picked up an injury, so he's out for a couple of days, probably just over a week, and Adam Armstrong is also unavailable, which means that Elias Chair moves forward to the inside forward role. I've really got to learn these. And Diagana is going to play on the right hand side. Lawrence Fly like Max Bird, or Max Fly like a bird. I'm just making it up now. Chukwuemeka is going to be on the right hand side, with Bielik playing just in front of Clark-Salter and excellent Marvin, who has been excellent. We're playing Sunderland first. They're the worst team in the league, and we're at home. I'm looking forward to it, frankly. All right, let's showcase just how ruddy good we are, shall we? I think so. Again, rested a few players in the last game against Brighton, of all teams, a team that are challenging for those top 2 automatics places. Retrospectively, potentially an error. Alex Pritchard, Danny Bath playing for Sunderland. Well, throwbacks. They're probably still on like their early 30s, late 20s, but throwbacks. Players that I feel like just, They say championship. As here we go then. Now, system-wise, what are we working with at Sunderland? They are playing a 3 at the back system. A system that, of all the systems, causes us the most problems because they have that extra player in the middle to deal with our attackers. But of course, now we've got inverted wing backs. That's not as helpful as Tom Lawrence goes for goal. Good save from Burge, who puts it behind. Without the inverted wing backs, you might remember we were playing full backs on support before. We would find these 3 at the back systems very difficult to deal with. It's not quite the same anymore with the inverted wing backs. You'll hopefully see. I put a lot of trust and a lot of faith into this system, this strikerless system, which continues to be very, very progressive, very, very exciting. And when you get the ball in these positions, as you can see, Elias Chair as he runs through and chips the goalkeeper, goes for it. Look how many players we have forward, right? Like so many bodies in the middle, ready to play for second balls, ready to act if needs be. Here goes Burn on the right-hand side. Never mind, forget it. But not only does it restrict Sunderland, it means that when we get the ball, we are very, very dangerous with it, as that is launched forward to excellent Marvin, whose header is excellent. Diang now on it as he goes back inside to excellent Marvin. And it's not like we're a system without width, right? You look at where Max Bird is, Lukaku playing almost as a central midfielder, right? We've got a nice line of width there, but we've also got penetrative runs. I think like Tom Lawrence is in here if we find the right pass. He's got like this defender on toast. McHugh, I've got such bad news. You are in danger if it carries on like this. But let's see, can we build something from the back? How lovely will this look? How much possession will be important as the ball flips to the other side? Well, we've given it away, but I mean, another chance. This is what's so good about it. And look, for those that say it's park the bus football, we've got two defenders and an anchor man. That's all that sort of sit there and hopefully dominate the 2 or 3 defenders, or attackers I should say, that go forward. That's a good ball. Diang's in, he's got to finish it, and he does finish it. Well, it wasn't quite tiki-taka. The assist from Tom Lawrence is sublime, and it won't count. So pretend it never happened, viewers. Oh, I love that. That was such a shame. Corner, Diang to play it in. Front post, excellent. Marvin's there. Headed clear though, but Tom Lawrence will get there first. And now it's a case of can he find the right pass? Diang back on it again. Might go for goal himself, might lay it off as Tom Lawrence now comes a little bit wider. Lots of options in the middle. A spare man on the edge at the back post as well. It's a penalty. And I tell you what, viewers, it's been penalty city recently for Derby County. We've had an awful lot of them. Did we miss one last episode? I think we may have done. But since then, we've had 4 or 5 penalties. Tom Lawrence converts and gives us the 1-0 lead. It's a penalty atmosphere, viewers. That was good, that. Enjoyed it. Well done, us. And there's so many bodies in there, they're always going to make mistakes. Tom Lawrence there, converting supremely well. All right, let's praise them, because the performance so far has been pretty good. Keep an eye on the average rating of Nathan Byrne. It will go above an 8, is my prediction. I just don't know how or when yet, but it will. As Bielik back to Clark Salter all the way back to the goalkeeper. And now this is where it's important that we keep the ball and we try and shift it around on rushing attackers. Lukaku, the left back, viewers, is it on goal? Oh my God, that would have been wonderful. Never mind. I need fullbacks that are excellent at shooting. I might have to convert some wingers because the way they play is so good. It's so fun to, again, I can't stop saying it, viewers. It's so fun to watch. Try it at home. We might have to do a video on the tactic, just the tactic. As the ball played in, there's Tom Lawrence, little bit of width from us there, and then the runs inside. I know there's lots of you still watching this going, why is this working? I'll tell you why it's working, because inverted wing, well, that's not my inverted wing back. Oh, by the way, he wears number 3. People very angry about that. An oversight, viewers. Left backs wear number 3. I'm fully aware. I can only apologise. As a man who's a stickler for the rules when it comes to squad numbers, again, my sincerest of apologies. I've got to say, viewers, looking at this, we're 2-0 up and we are good for it. Sunderland are finding this difficult. All right, look, things are going well, but you're capable even better. I'm really going to try and force more performance here. All right, here we are then. From the kickoff, this is always interesting how the breakdown of the kickoff works. As you can see, I don't know if you're watching it, but like our central midfield options in the middle make runs sort of on their own. One of the comments we got about the tactic actually is that because no one's on support duties, is that a problem? Well, ordinarily, one of them will drop off at some stage and link things up a little bit. They won't all attack at the exact same time. They'll make runs as and when. There's Nathan Byrne. He's in on goal. He's hit the post. Oh, the keeper! It's the ball. The defender has been outfoxed. The irony of his name. I've got to see that again, and I want to see it from behind the goal, please. That is elite. I don't know what he swings his leg at. It's not the ball, as Nathan Byrne races forward in on goal. It's this defensive clearance that doesn't happen. The ball magically stops. It's the magic of Nathan Byrne. But we go 3-0 up. That was great. Not for him, obviously. Very embarrassing. I told you to watch Nathan Byrne's average rating, by the way, up to a 7 point, or match rating, up to a 7.9. A free kick to be taken by Tom Lawrence. Now, he's pretty deadly from these. Do not let me down, Tom. As he goes for goal, it's so simple. 4-0 to the good. A penalty, a free kick, all types of goals here at Derby. And it's 4-0. You love to see that. It's a wonderful free kick, by the way. This is the perfect angle for it. Oh, it's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. Well, what a beautiful day to be Derby manager. Every day, viewers, every day. A win here might take us back to the top of the league. The problem that Sunderland have here is every time they clear it, unless if they don't find one of their own players, they are in bother, because the way in which we tiki-taka basically around centre-backs is a problem. They're in behind for the first time in the game. Don't foul him. Don't foul him. Foul him if necessary. And now, look, you can see, defensively, we can... It's happened again. Did I click the middle mouse button? This is chaos. Now, look, that does look quite defensive in the way it operates, but the speed in which these players will eventually move forward is very impressive. Very impressive. Right, we've got 15 minutes to go. Fly like Max Bird isn't having his greatest time, so Casado's going to come on, and that's the only switch. Everyone else is playing phenomenally well. And admittedly, right, we're playing the side bottom of the league, but we're still having fun doing it. And West Brom won't be as simple as it's a lovely first touch and ball through. It's actually a really nice goal. Ross Stewart gets his goal. And look, again, I think we talked about it yesterday, right? There are some things you have to give up, and that is bodies at the back. We're kind of cool with it. Like that's probably where that support midfielder would come in handy, right? It might be slightly closer to the player who initially controls the ball, but it's just quite a nice finish, quite a nice touch. I'm 4-1 up. I don't care. I mean, also, it saves you money on the old clean sheets, doesn't it? So you've got to think about the logistical, like the financial benefits of conceding. People don't think about that enough, in my opinion. As Bielik into Lukaku, slides it through. He looked offside. But again, the movement, there's 3 options there. And he's got anyone he can pick out. I'll tell you, I hope I get invited to the Streamer Showdown for the next one, because this is coming out. As we've nearly completed that, I don't know if you saw it right at the very end. You can see it in the bottom left-hand corner here. 976 passes. Cheers. All right, well done, lads. Great win for us. Let's go forward there. Let's go to West Brom and see if they can handle this. They currently sit in 12th position. I'm worried for them. And also, Norwich have just been beaten by Middlesbrough. So we are top of the league. The scouting's finished on Jan Valery. I'd rather not talk about it. Nathan Burn's phenomenal. Who cares? Now, the big question I know lots of you have got, before we get to the West Brom game, we might as well talk about it in the middle, is will this work in the Premier League? Will this work when you're not top of the Championship? Do you know what my honest answer is? I don't know. And that, for whenever we get there, which hopefully is this season, but look, it's not done yet. 6 points is the gap, but this is the Championship. Anything can happen. I'm just excited to find out. And also, like, the big question is going to be, who are the quality players, like the real superstar players we can bring in to make this system even better than it is right now? I haven't got the best right back in the league. I haven't got the 3 best central midfielders in the... Well, maybe. Tom Lawrence is pretty good as well, to be fair. But in theory, right, there's still work to be done with this team. My centre-backs could be better. My goalkeeper could be better. Jordan Lukaku, oh, he's so good. But time will tell. And it feels like we're getting closer. Andy Carroll. Oh, God, Andy Carroll. Carroll asked to discuss personal matters, says Max Fly Like a Bird. Hi, Max. Carroll is an influential player in the squad. He's not on the pitch. So, look, I'll discuss my issues with Andy. Hi, Andy. Hello, mate. The playing time I was promised hasn't happened, so I want to go out on loan to put myself in a shop window for a permanent move. I can see why he's annoyed. All right, yeah, fine. Andy, you go get your loan move. I don't know where you're going to go. I don't think anyone's going to come through viewers. That's my worry. I think this might be it for Andy. I feel like this is the peak, and he's not playing. Oh, also tonight, before we go any further, youth candidates, it's a golden generation again, viewers. We're back. Why is that cut off? It's a golden generation. The best players are B. I don't know why it's a golden generation. I don't know either. I don't know. Unless there's 3 A-star players there, then I'm not interested in any golden generation they're referring to. Look at the E's down here. There's so many E's. Come on. Ah, yes. I thought this would come up eventually. Tom Lawrence wants to leave. Oh, yeah, it's good. Because he's playing in a weak position and role. If I could just show him what he's doing this season, I feel like he'd be less bothered. He's clearly got no idea. As a result then, teams are making bids. Of course, as ever, he's a big star in Mexico, so I assume that's why they want him. I'm going to have to reject those offers, Tom. You have 6.2 million there, and they're not bidding that. And you've got 3 years left on your contract. So unless it's 15 million quid, you ain't going anywhere, sunshine. You're quite pivotal. All right, then away at the Hawthorns. Never easy, this. And Diangana can't play because he's their player, basically. Now, interestingly, we played them relatively recently, and I was mentioning we get quite a few penalties. Tom Lawrence at the double. We beat them 2-1. All 3 goals happened in 3 minutes. We also had a penalty win against Blackburn. We didn't get any there. We got another one against Sunderland just now. I feel like we've had a few of them. Am I the king of strikerless right now? I think in the context of Football Manager players, I'm up there right now, at least. Right, Adam Armstrong's going to come in. Chair, we're going to move to the other side, I think. I don't think he's going to love it, but I think he likes it far more than Armstrong does. So we'll give that a whirl. There's not much aerial presence with either of them, right? They're not 2 big players. But I was raving about Danny Welbeck's height. He's not available for this game. But yeah, it's going to be curious to see if that has any impact, especially when we're playing balls a little longer. But it should be fine. And also the central midfield options like Casado, Jason Knight, whoever else is in there, we're rotating them in pretty regularly. And in fact, Max Fly Like a Bird didn't have a great game last game. So Jason Knight's going to come in for this one. Again, he's got a really good relationship with some of the players around him too. All right, keeping things a little bit fresh. We've got a big game as well coming up in a couple of days. Obviously not going to be included in the video, but you want to keep the run going. As they've got Daryl DK, who I love. If I was playing a striker, Daryl DK would be in my arms, but we don't. So have I mentioned that? Have I mentioned this is strikerless? I should really get that across in the videos. All right, look, I've seen this system work many times. I've also seen it fail. So I don't really know what's going to happen today. All I know is we're capable of doing really fun things, and I'm hoping we see some more of those in this game against West Brom. As the ball's flicked forwards, it's a lovely bit of control. Oh, it's a last-ditch tackle. Lukaku on hand, though. There's Tom Lawrence. Loads of players forming around. This is where people would argue there's not enough width, right? But look at the intricate play, as that is nearly, if not for a really good last-ditch tackle, that's nearly a goal. So I'm giving up the width for the overload. Again, it's not to say we never have width, as that's a goal. Jordan Lukaku. It's not to say we don't ever have width. And of course, we talked about it last time. We might change the fullbacks occasionally to play a more, like maybe a complete wing-back style would work just as well. But it's the overload in midfield. That is ultimately what we're going for. When I say midfield, I mean that area of the pitch where you might stick a defensive player, right? Where West Brom have nobody. That's where we're trying to create problems for. We're trying to force their wing backs to do things they don't want to do. We're trying to turn these 3 midfielders that feel like they're man to man with them, but they're constantly having to track back. It's a problem causer, this tactic. That's what we're going for. Some people have called it an engine breaker, but trust that. As soon as I start doing well with something, he's breaking the engine. It's taken me 6 years to have a tactic like this. Come on. Armstrong into Lukaku. There's Burn in again. Can he convert? That is why he's the best player in the championship right now. And our 2 goals in this game, like people are concerned the wingers won't be involved enough. The 2 goals in this game right now have gone to our left inverted wing back and our right inverted wing back. Oh, it's so good. Bird on his left foot as well. The composure is just to roll it past the goalkeeper. Sam Johnson is mind blown. All right, we're trying to build again with probably one more highlight before the half-time whistle goes. And it's a case of who's going to make the run. And look at the way the driving run from our fullback there. Yes, he nearly loses it, but it's still so good. Knight now almost in on goal. He's going to wait for the support of his teammates. That's offside from Adam Armstrong, but it was still quite nice. Is it not? No, it is. Okay, it took a long time to decide there if it was offside or not. It is offside. I think he was about 1.5 yards offside. I didn't realise this player down here was nearly playing him on. It was closer than I thought. No VAR needed, though, at this level, and it makes games a lot quicker. That, as far as first half performances go, it's gone well there. Having plenty of the ball as well, loads of passes, lots of shots as well, so I'm happy. And that's it. The chance creation from this team is also part of what we're looking for. Look at the amount of chances we're having. The XG graph tells the whole story there. Like, the amount of opportunities. All right, let's praise them, tell them they're doing a good job. Adam Armstrong finding it difficult. Again, having to sort of transition from being that main striker to being a bit more of a support player on the left-hand side. Of course, we're finding his pace quite useful as Chair puts in a corner. There's excellent Marvin. And people have been asking, because I posted the picture, obviously, of the formation, and the name at the bottom is excellent Marvin. People are asking, how has Marvin been? Really good. Really very good. But really very good Marvin seems a bit wordy, if I'm honest. And it makes it sound like he's not been excellent, and he has. All right, a little bit of possession for West Brom. This is the first time we've seen them attack at all, really, as that's cleared away, and now it's up to he's missed the header. This is when it becomes up to our ball carriers, our wide players, right, to drive forward and then hold up play. That player instruction, so important. But as we give it to Lukaku now, he's going to drive forward with it, taking it slightly wider than normal. There's Armstrong as well, nabbing at the heels, and a lovely switch of play towards Chair. Sadly, playing a ball in the air to someone who's 5'3" is not usually as effective as you'd want it to be, and that from West Brom is poor. And now they have to reset a little bit, and it's all about our runners. Burn all the way through to Armstrong. This is where his finishing ability comes into play. I mean, the people behind the goal need to be aware. I thought that was going to be great. Tom Lawrence having a little bit of a quiet game, not a problem. And look at me making subs. Casado coming in. Vokins is going to come in for Lukaku as well. I'll try and rest him a little bit for the next one. And do you know what, viewers? Let's see what happens when we play a striker. Andy Carroll, I'm going to take him off for Knight, because if I take him off for that player, I can almost concede immediately. Actually, that reminds me. I brought Andy on in the 90th minute against Millwall in search for a last gasp goal. The moral of the story was, and I shouldn't have clicked this, obviously, they scored a 94th minute winner. So, yeah, annoying. Thank you for loading all the information. I don't want it. So you know, the long and short of that is, viewers, don't play Andy Carroll ever. But here we are. I mean, we'll give him a go now. We'll see what happens in the final 10 minutes. We're 3-0 up. It feels like it can't really go wrong. If he scores, people are going to go, well, there you are, look, play a striker. But Andy Carroll, as that target forward, will hopefully be supportive. We're in again. We should definitely score again. All right, throw in on that side. We've now got an aerial threat, viewers, as that's lofted towards Andy Carroll. Oh my God, I thought it went in. Bloody Christ almighty. That is one of the best volleys I've ever seen that doesn't go in. If that flies in, I don't know what to do. He's trying to put himself in the shop window. It's fair enough, Andy. Goodness me. He's quite tall. I don't know if he suits a shop window, really. He's better off as sort of one of the mannequins near the male gentleman's clothes. Anyway, ball played forward by West Brom. Excellent Marvin. Oh God. Oh, we might have to rename him to maybe. Oh, hang on. Is that on? That might not be on. Is that onside? No. Not in the Championship, mate. Think again. This is one of those highlights that exists just so they can show me the replay, which is annoying. There's Andy. Look at Andy involved. The link-up play. Chair. Oh, if we could have played the ball through quicker there, it doesn't matter. We go again. Andy Carroll is at the forefront of everything now. Blimey. Armstrong's fouled him. I mean, Armstrong's been fouled, sorry. That's poor. Let's check out the offside, though. That's what we're really here for. Why have we waited so long to see that? It's blatant. And it made excellent Marvin panic. A 9.0 rating for him. An 8.6 for Burn. They're cooking. They are so good. All right, we stay top of the league. 3 points the gap and 6 now to Brighton still. It's looking good. And I would love to win the league with this. I would love it. All right, hopefully you enjoy watching it. Like, it feels a bit like I'm doing science experiments, but hopefully you're enjoying it, and we'll be back again tomorrow for a little bit more. Of course, the network game with Alujo, Zealand, and Jack is tonight as well. It kicks off at 7 o'clock over on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/DoctorBenjy. We stream for 4 hours, so if you watch this up until then, you can swing by. Again, link in the description to that if you want to come and tune in, and we'll be live and videos and stuff all the time. See you soon. Bye, everyone. Love Strikerless. I like Strikerless, but I need a name that suits.